Hey there. So, this message is about the journey of a sinner, and it is going to be based off the story of Zacchaeus, the tax collector. So, this insight that I received is going to be coming from the scriptures Luke 19 1 through 10. So, Luke chapter 19, verses 1 through 10. So, Luke is a sinner. He's a tax collector, and he hears about Jesus and he wants to know more. So he runs ahead and climbs this tree to hear him. And I feel that running ahead to hear him was the curiosity. That was his curiosity acting. And then Jesus noticed him up there, and Jesus told him to come down, and Jesus told him that he's going to stay with Zacchaeus, and Zacchaeus welcomed Jesus gladly, and that was his belief coming into play. And then a little further down, Zacchaeus says to Jesus, like, look, I am going to give up half of my wealth to the poor, and I'm going to pay back anyone that I've cheated, and I'm going to pay them back 4 times the amount. And that is his faith that has kicked in now. So it's just an example of how no matter how deep a sin has been, no matter how deep a sin is, no matter how long a person has been a sinner, it's the right timing, the divine timing of a timely action or a word that you receive that just hits you in the right place at the right time, that will change everything, will just open your eyes completely and make you hear God differently, hear him clearer, see him differently, and just want to walk away from all sin and follow him. And that's what this man did. So also I want to give the other perspective. So this side of it is from a person who has been affected by a sinner, and we all have sinned, and we all have been affected by the sinner. But this is just a perspective from the person who has been affected by someone who has sinned against them, or been, chose to do wrong by them. So any of us, all of us who have been affected, it is encouraging to know that at some point in our lives, those who have chosen to do wrong against us, we will receive whatever that they've taken away from us. We will receive it back, and it will be multiplied. It will be paid back 4 times the amount. And so, like the Bible says, do not get weary in doing the right thing. It may take 5 years, 10 years, 20 years before some of the things that were stolen from us or withheld from us to be restored, but it will be restored. And this is a great example of sometimes, you living in righteousness will affect someone else, or not even you. Like sometimes it takes us 5 years on our journey to find God or something, and it might take another person much longer, and eventually they find God and they have this change of heart, and they end up going out and doing the right thing and saying, you know what, let me pay back, those that I've wronged. And it's just like some encouragement that you just stand firm. A quick little thing that just came to mind is the movie Color Purple. Silly, how wrong Mr. treated her for her whole life. He was really nasty to her, and then at the end of the movie, he just had this change of heart and did the right thing. And this was a man who was really unlikely of doing something kind for another person. This was a man who was really unlikely of doing something genuine and righteous, but he had a shift in his heart to do it. And a lot of those people who choose to do wicked do not want to change their hearts. They will eventually, and they will give you back what they've taken from you, whether it is a sorry or something of monetary value or anything. Somehow you will feel restored for the most part. And as long as you're in God, you are being restored. So I pray this message helps, heals, and strengthens in all things we do. Let's give God the glory. I will see you in the next video.